When it comes to anger management, it is important to understand the different stages of frustration. By doing so, you will be able to better deal with the emotion and hopefully avoid any potential outbursts. Here are the 5 stages of frustration. 1. Denial. This is the first stage of frustration and is often characterized by a feeling of disbelief. You may find yourself thinking, "This can't be happening," or "I can't believe this is happening to me." In this stage, it is important to accept the situation for what it is and to try to move on from it. 2. Anger. The second stage of frustration is anger. This is when you may start to feel your blood pressure rise and your emotions begin to take over. It is important to try to stay calm during this stage and to avoid saying or doing anything that you may regret later. 3. Bargaining. The third stage of frustration is bargaining. This is when you may start to look for ways to change the situation or to make it better. You may find yourself making deals with yourself or with others in an attempt to improve the situation. 4. Depression. The fourth stage of frustration is depression. This is when you may start to feel hopeless and helpless. You may find yourself feeling down and out about the situation. It is important to try to stay positive during this stage and to remember that things can and will get better. 5. Acceptance. The fifth and final stage of frustration is acceptance. This is when you have come to terms with the situation and have accepted that there is nothing you can do to change it. It is important to try to move on from the situation and to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Those are the 5 stages of frustration. Now, let's look at the steps you can take to help you deal with frustration in a healthy way. The first step is to identify the source of your frustration. Once you know what's causing your frustration, you can begin to address the issue. If you're feeling frustrated because you're not making progress, for example, you can try setting smaller goals or breaking down your goal into smaller steps. If you're feeling frustrated because you don't feel heard, you can try communicating your needs more clearly or asking for help. The second step is to accept that you're feeling frustrated. Acknowledging your emotions is an important step in managing them. If you're trying to bottle up your frustration, it will only come out in other ways, such as through anger or resentment. The third step is to take some time for yourself. When you're feeling frustrated, it is important to take a step back and give yourself some time to calm down. You can do this by taking a few deep breaths, going for a walk, or listening to calming music. The fourth step is to reframe your thinking. When you're frustrated, it is common to think about bad things. Instead, try to focus on positive things. For example, if you're feeling frustrated because you're not making progress, you can remind yourself of all the progress you have made. The fifth and final step is to take action. Once you have identified the source of your frustration and taken some time to calm down, you can begin to take action. This might mean setting a new goal, communicating your needs more clearly, or asking for help. Dealing with frustration is never easy, but it's important to remember that it's a normal part of life. By following these 5 steps, you can learn to deal with frustration in a constructive way.